Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. On Monday, Supreme Court will be issuing its ruling whether they'll nullify the presidential election or whether they'll uphold it. But even before they do that, it's coming out very clearly that Raila's legal team performed far much better than William Ruto's legal team. So if it's only based on evidence, the Supreme Court judges most likely, in most of the 9 issues they raised, I'm seeing Raila's legal team winning a good majority of the issues that Supreme Court will make a determination on. And the mere fact that Raila's legal team outshone William Ruto's legal team, that one is not in doubt and not in question. If you ask anybody keenly following politics very objectively, and anybody who closely followed the proceedings at the Supreme Court will attest to that. In this video, I want us to have a look at a tweet by Mutahi Ngunyi some few hours ago. Mutahi Ngunyi is also just trying to reinforce what I've been saying here in the last 2 days. Let's have a look at the post. Mutahi Ngunyi: Baba's legal team did a splendid job. Its strategy of mounting multiple petitions was litigation genius. But Ruto does not take Kenyans serious, and I am offended. He even replicated his Toto model of using an untaught young woman as a defense lawyer. That's Mutahi Ngunyi. Mutahi Ngunyi is making it very clear that Raila's legal team performed far much better than William Ruto's legal team. And I know Mutahi Ngunyi is saying that because he has looked at the options of the possibility of a nullification and the possibility of the elections being upheld. In Mutahi's thinking, he strongly believes that if it's about evidence that will inform the decision come Monday, then Kenyans must and should expect a nullification of the presidential elections. Let's dig deep, ladies and gentlemen, to see what is happening behind the scenes. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Before we dig deep, let me talk to the Chief Justice, because most likely she might be listening to me, because this forum is being listened to almost in every part of our country. Chief Justice Martha Koome, Kenyans want justice. Make your ruling and your determination based on what Kenyans saw, based on the proceedings at the Supreme Court of Kenya. It was very crystal and very clear. Make your determination based on that, not on any other external influence. Make your ruling purely based on that. Yes. If you go back to the whole hearing, ladies and gentlemen, Kenyans should look at things objectively. Kenyans should and must come out of their ethnic cocoons. It's very clear from what we saw at the Supreme Court of Kenya that IEBC was Chebukati and Chebukati alone. Yes, that came out very clearly. That went contrary to the Constitution. IEBC is not about Wafula Chebukati alone. Chebukati must work hand in hand with the commissioners. In a situation where they can't have a unanimous decision, decision has to be made by voting, where a majority vote becomes the position of IEBC. We have 7 IEBC commissioners. That should be the first consideration as the Supreme Court judges will be making their ruling. That's the law. If they can't have a unanimous decision, it has to be taken by voting. And it's also clear tied to that there was no verification and tallying. It was Wafula Chebukati and the Secretariat and 2 commissioners doing that. That goes contrary to the law. The Supreme Court must be alive to that fact. And then secondly, even as I talk right now, I know the Supreme Court judges are even confused. They don't know what was the turnout. They don't know that. So how can somebody know whether a candidate attained 50% plus 1 vote if even the turnout itself is a moving target? It's not clear. That, in my honest opinion, shows clearly that Chebukati cannot confirm to Kenyans and even to the Supreme Court judges that his candidate, the one he declared, attained 50% plus 1 vote. The turnout itself seems to be a moving target. That's an issue the Supreme Court judges should not overlook. And again, if you look at some very obvious things that happened during the hearings, it was very clear, ladies and gentlemen, that the systems IEBC used were not safe enough. And it was even proved that there were some unauthorized people who accessed IEBC systems. And that alone, ladies and gentlemen, means they could have used that to manipulate the results. On that basis alone, I don't think IEBC's results that they released were all that safe. I don't think they were the true reflection of what Kenyans said on 9th of August. The results might have been tampered with. And I'm saying that because IEBC's lawyer, Mahat Somani, produced a form that was signed 2 days before the elections. How did that happen, ladies and gentlemen? If that's not fraud, I don't know how you will call that if not fraud. This is why I honestly believe the Supreme Court must do justice to Kenyans. Chebukati single-handedly, in my honest opinion, and I'm saying this without taking sides, Chebukati single-handedly had made a determination even before the election itself to issue, or rather to give William Ruto the win. Ladies and gentlemen, even if we leave alone all those issues, the mere fact that the commission itself, a majority, are also rejecting that declaration. The IEBC itself are rejecting the results. I don't think the Supreme Court should actually give legitimacy to a process that even IEBC itself is denouncing. I don't think it will be possible or even fair to Kenyans. And above all, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya is a towering giant in Africa and more so in the world. If you look at Kenya's, the way our politics has all along been planned since independence, Kenya has only been ruled by 2 communities, which in my honest opinion, I believe is slavery, or rather is an ethnic domination against other Kenyan communities. And maybe the Supreme Court can take this opportunity to actually set Kenya in the right path. Kenyans must feel part of Kenya. Kenyans must feel they also have an input to make as far as the country's leadership. it can't all be about two communities. That's also a consideration that the Supreme Court judges in their wisdom should look into. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, for those watching us but so far you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you're giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. And to any other person who wants to have a chat with me, or to share an information with me, or even to support the channel, you can contact me through that number there, 0722 735 065. And I've also pinned the number on the comment section. You can send your donation or contribution to the number. And to any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you.